Okay, this is the first part of the Cambridge A-Level Pure Paper 1 from summer 2023. This is for Zone 4, so this is Thailand, etc. So your first question is the equation of a curve is such that dy by dx is equal to 4 over x subtract 3, all cubed for x is greater than 3. Okay, the curve passes through a particular point as well, which we'll deal with partway through. Okay. So the first part is that we've got dy by dx equal to this thing. So that means that we need to find out, if we want to find an equation, we need to get y equals. So first, let's take a look at dy by dx, which is equal to 4 lots of x subtract 3 all to the negative 3. Okay, and then we're going to say, well, let's think about what sorts of things might differentiate to make something like that. So we start with x subtract 3 all to the negative 2, which will diff 2. So bring down the power, multiply by the derivative of the bracket, so that'll be negative 2. We bring down the derivative of the bracket, will be 1. So it'll be 2 lots of x subtract 3. It's 2 times, negative 2 times 1 is negative 2, raised to negative 3. Okay, so that almost matches this. To make it match perfectly, let's multiply it by negative 2. Okay, so this will mean that y is equal to negative 2 lots of x subtract 3 all to the negative 2 plus c. Don't forget that since this is indefinite integration, we should have that plus c on there, and that's why they're giving us this 4 and 5 point. Okay, it's going to be a case that we need to just substitute those bits and pieces in. So we're going to get 5 equals negative 2 lots of 4 subtract 3 all raised to the negative 2 plus c. That will be 5 equals negative 2 lots of 1 to the negative 2 plus c. 5 plus 2 equals c. C equals 7. And so the equation of the curve will be y equals negative 2 lots of x subtract 3 all raised to negative 2 plus 7. Okay, a nice easy-ish start to the exam. You wouldn't necessarily expect it to be extremely difficult at that point, but you know, it's an easy-ish one. All right, next up, the coefficient to x to the 4 in the expansion of x plus a all to the 6 is p, and of x squared in the expansion of ax plus 3 all to the 4 is q. It's given that when you add those up, you get 276. Okay, so the first thing is, let's take a look at the coefficient of x to the 4 in that expansion. We'll have 6 is the power, 6 choose 4, lots of x to the 4, so that we get that x to the 4 that we want, lots of a squared. Okay, that's going to come out as 15a squared x to the 4. And that bit there will be p. Next, for the 4, we've got 4 choose 2. We have ax squared and lots of 3 squared. Okay, that's going to come out as 54 a squared x squared. And this here will be q. Alright, so that means that when we add these together, which is 69a squared, we get 276. In other words, a squared equals 4 when you divide through by 69, so a equals plus or minus 2. Possible values, there are 2 of them, that works for me.